Hi, hello, how are you? Amanda, Seint Artist. We're gonna do our eyes today, but today I'm gonna talk to my girls with small hooded eyes. Everybody's been telling me that the eyeshadow brush is just too big. So I talked to one of my customers who has small hooded eyes and I asked what works for her, and she sent me a link to BK Beauty. They have a full brush collection. It's 5 brushes, $75, specific to small hooded eyes. But the best thing is they do sell them also individually. I have been playing with these brushes. By far, my #1 pick is this guy. I actually love this brush, probably more than the Seint brushes. I like this shape. This was the only show in town for a long time, was this shape of a brush, because it's nice and wide if you want to be wide, if you want to go on your lid, but then you can turn it sideways and it's thin. It's so good. And then I got this itty bitty little ankle brush for a wing because I don't have a lot of clearance between. You see how hard this crease pulls down? There's not a lot for a wing. That tiny brush is amazing. So let's get into the colors we're using today. I have Cupcake, Sedona on Wednesdays, and then I also have Salem. This is black. On the website, it looks great. It is black. All right, I'm gonna dig in first with prepping my lids. I always use my brightening highlight. So I'm gonna grab a brush and I'm gonna dig in, and I am just going to go from lash to brow, and we are going to do what I think is great for hooded eyes. It's probably the same thing I do every time, but there is a technique that I have been really loving because I don't have mature lids, but they sure aren't in their 20s anymore. So that's that. I'm going to go into Cupcake and I'm going to set this cream. I believe in setting any primer you have with another powder. It just creates a really nice blending surface. I'm using the fat side of the brush and I'm just sweeping this over, really focusing it on the lid and crease where most of the texture and where eyeshadows crease. I place it there first and then I'll fan it out everywhere else. And I do like to pop a little up below the brow just because it creates a highlight, makes it look a little higher. That's what I was told. So that's what I do. All right, the next color I'm gonna go into is Sedona. It's a really great warm brown. It looks mauve-y, it's brown. And I'm gonna go in with the brush and I'm gonna tap on, tap off. These pick up color very, very well. So if you have hooded eyes, obviously you wanna keep your eyes open, and I believe you start outside the eyes on the hood, right here. Okay, so it looks nice and low, but when I raise my brows, it's very high. This is a good trick if you have hooded eyes. Raise them brows, okay? That's gonna give you that yard, okay? That's gonna give you that real estate. You can even take and lift your brow. If you have a poof, I don't have one on me right now because I took it on a trip and left it, but you lift it just like that, and then you're just gonna pull it. I'm using the skinny side, and you're gonna pull it across, okay? Straight out, but you want to get that base point. Look at how beautifully that just laid on my lid. And you're just going to press this and push this in, okay? But I like to start on the outside. This is going to give lift. This is going to give the illusion that that you have less of a hood. You can't get rid of it, but you do have this space. But use that skinny way of don't blend it this way. You want it sideways. So we're just gonna push that in, stay on that brow bone, stay away from your crease. No one needs to live there. It's just gonna get folded in and hide in the hood. So just stay above that crease and just build. Build into your heart's content, just like that, and then build it down. Look at how pretty that is. And using this brush is so, I love the shape of this brush, but just look the way that it just lifts the eye and pulls into almost like a cat eye. I'm going to pull this, I'm starting at the corner and I'm lifting up just to fill in. I'm avoiding my crease and my lid completely. It's going to make my eye, when you have a hooded eye, if you bring that darkness all the way down, it's going to make your eye look smaller. This is going to make it look more open. So you're grabbing that Sedona and we're on the outer corner. My eye is open. I'm not touching that lid. And then we can take it and we can pull this down underneath. I like a little smokiness. I come about halfway in. I feel like if I come in here, it's gonna close it up, it's gonna mature it, and it's gonna fall into that. I get fine lines right in here, see? Because I'm always looking at my kids like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Really? So I like to put a little on the outer lower lash, and then I just pull it up to meet where I put it out here. And that's pretty. You could stop right there. Cupcake and Sedona, and you're good. Grabbing it, and again, I'm going to pop it out here with my eye resting open, and then I'm going to lift my brow, and then I'm going to push it in using it sideways. You want the smallest point of that brush right there, and I go into the fat point of my brow where it gets good and fat. That's where I bring that color, and I'm just straight out and going in. And then if I want, I could pull it down just a little, just to give some curvature of the eye. Not a lot, but just some. And then we're just going to continue to build. On this eye, I always tend to dip. I don't know why, but I do. And I'm just going to blend this out until I'm happy, using the skinny side. And then again, grabbing a little more, and I just tap right down, and then I go on that outer corner and I pull it up, and I get that lift that I like. It's so pretty. It's so good. I think I need that. I forgot that. Okay. Going on that outer half of the under lash, lower lash, under eye, whatever you want to call it. Don't come at me if I don't use the right term. People have been really bothered by my lack of terminology. It's okay. I need a little water. Oh, this ad is brought to you by Seint. We already knew that. Okay, so I'm just taking this brush, loading on Sedona. Sedona is a really nice light to medium. If you want it deeper, spray your brush with a little setting spray and it'll do the trick. But look, Cupcake and Sedona on its own, beautiful. I'm going to use my finger. Now, if you have small eyes, don't use all these. You want this guy. You want your pinky, push it onto your pinky here, and then you're going to press it onto your adorable little lid. You have a tiny finger for a reason, and you're just going to sweep this on. I always say start in the middle and work your way out, but it's so pretty, and you just keep going until you're happy. And then you could take that little brush, and I just like to blend between the crease, just to, if it couldn't get better, it just did. Okay, taking that little pinky finger, and we're again starting in the middle where you want it the most punchy. Okay, starting in the middle and then working your way into that inner corner, out to the outer lid, and you're just blendy, blendy, blendy. It's really hard using the, oh my gosh, left-handed. Lord help me. Okay, but just on the lid. And this just keeps it looking nice and open. Blendy blend. That was it. All right, the next thing I'm going into is that teensy tiny angle brush. And I am just gonna press this on either side. Tap it off, okay? You want to tap that off. Black is like glitter. It lasts forever. It is always on your brush. Even when it looks like it's not, it's still there. And we're gonna go to the outer corner, and we're gonna go out like 1 or 2 millimeters. Tiny, tiny bit. And we're gonna grab it. Keep your eye open so you can see where that crease is. And then you're just gonna add a wing. And you wanna pull as straight up as you can, and then just connect it to the lash line. Tap it in, tap it off, and do the same thing. Tappy tap, tappy tap, and you just want that little wing, and it just gets longevity out of it. Okay, we're gonna do the other side. About 1 millimeter, maybe 2 out, and we're keeping that eye open so we can see that crease, and then bringing it to the lash line. This has been a game changer for me on my eyeshadow. It's changed the shape of my eyes. I've just noticed it in pictures. We're just adding with this tiny little brush has been amazing. Now, I think that this thing's empty. It is not. I'm going to go right here, and I'm just going to add a little bit of shadow to my not my waterline, but the edge, the lash line of my eye. This is just extending my lashes, and it's giving a little definition to my eye. The tiniest bit. It's so good. I'm going to take a fluffy brush, and I'm going to tap. Don't wipe. You want to tap, because if you drop any black onto your face, it's going to grab it, and it's going to pull it. Definitely need to touch this up. I'm going to get the buff brush, and I'm going to grab a little bit of my brightening because black fell off and black lasts forever when it falls on your makeup. So I'm just tapping my brightening over this and cleaning it up. I'm using the tin part when I pick it up, because there's still some there, to just clean it off so I'm not adding too much product, because I don't want to accentuate any crow's feet, which are happening. It's happening. All right, taking this and just blending that out. Oh, I saw a crease. Ooh, I saw a crease. So I'm gonna close my eye and fill that in. That side got a little out of sorts. So what happens is you gotta make the other side out of sorts. All right, that's it. Those are my tips, but this teeny tiny, if you wanna do a little wing on your tiny eye, this is an amazing brush. I will say top two brushes are right here. These two. 203 for the eyes and 208 for a good wing. It's an amazing, amazing brush. So those are my tips and tricks. BK Beauty Small Hooded Eye Collection. So, so good. Check it out. If you're liking the colors, check them out and have a great day.